Welcome everybody to the Speedy Turtle Tech Show. My name is Colin. I'm a representative of Speedy Turtle Tech Services, and today we're going to go ahead and go over some of the nuances of technology advancing so quickly. Now, we touched on this a little bit on our last show, and I think I want to go ahead and talk about it a little bit more. Starting with how easy it is to get so wrapped up in the technology that we have now that we forget how hard it used to be and how much we've accepted to go ahead and make our lives easier. And, how much of that we're accepting presents a issue to our privacy. Well, to give you just an example, uh, in my field, I've done troubleshooting over the phone, I've done troubleshooting in person, and more recently I've gotten to the point where I'm doing remote troubleshooting, where I can actually see your screen as you're looking at it. You could show me what the issue is and I can fix it for you. It's pretty amazing, right? Well, to show just how far we've come and how much we've forgotten about the past, I had a customer a couple of days ago where he couldn't get online. Well, I can't look at your screen if you can't get online, obviously, since I'm too far away. So what other options does that give us? Okay, I could drive out to the consumer's house, but it's late, they don't want us out there. Oh yeah, I am over 150 miles away from the guy. So what is that last option? Oh, I have to troubleshoot over the phone, which means the client has to be your eyes and your ears for the computer. Now, if you get somebody that knows what they're talking about and they look at it and they say, okay, yes, I'm on the control panel, I'm here, I'm about to click on here, then it's a walk in the park. But if you get somebody that's like, well, I'm on this window and it says network configuration, I don't even know, and they click off of it, or they click onto an ad or something like that and they get lost and you're trying to walk them through it. But when you're on the phone, it is so much harder to walk somebody through it than when you could see it. And now I was able to help out my client because I was able to understand where he was and I was able to explain to him where he needed to go. But it would have gone a lot smoother and faster had he had internet. Of course, if he had internet, he wouldn't have been calling me. So, again, that brings up the question, how far have we come when it comes to technological advances? And, is it worth what we're losing? Well, I think overall it is good that we're advancing so far. To think 10 years ago trying to do remote desktop as easy as it is now, it's just mind-blowing. And then how fast computers have gotten, the fact that we can be on the internet and I can look at their desktop and it's like I'm sitting in front of it, with how quickly that it responds, with how quickly that items download, and being able to move items from my computer to their computer for troubleshooting purposes. It really is a godsend to be able to do that. But when you have to go back a step, you really remember how annoying it was in the first place. So it's all about keeping perspective, making sure that you're not forgetting where your roots are, not forgetting how to do the easy stuff, and relying on technology. Because we don't want technology to take over, right? Who wants an AI situation where you're having to run down buildings like Will Smith and make sure that robots aren't trying to kill you? I know I don't. One, I'm not in the greatest shape, so I can't run down the buildings. And two, I don't want to have to try and prove that a robot killed its master. But anyway, I digress. Besides that, having the technology at our fingertips, being able to do it from our smartphones, being able to do it from our computers, our tablets, I can actually use my tablet and go onto your computer and fix it. How awesome is that? It's incredible. Uh, but yeah, it's definitely a matter of keeping perspective and remembering where we're at. Um, the other thing I want to talk about is clients and talking about how their attitude can change the call from going, oh, I'm having a problem, to get off my computer, you don't know what the hell you're doing, go away. And it can be very easy to aggravate a client if you're sitting there and you're telling them, well, it's all your fault. You don't know what you're doing on the computer, and you know, just being insulting. And you don't want to ever insult the client. I mean, you can. There are ways to tell them that something is messed up and not be condescending to them. And I think that's what a lot of customer service technicians forget, is that they're there to go ahead and help out the client, not to browbeat them. Some of the different ways that you can avoid that is just by letting them know, I understand why this happened. It's very easy to do. Just making sure that they know that it's not the end of the world that they accidentally turned off their Wi-Fi, or that they got a virus because they opened up an email from some guy that said he was a prince of Algeria and was sending them money. Uh, Even though it may be their fault, it's important not to make them think that it's their fault, because it throws them off. It makes the conversation very negative, and it also makes it so that they don't want to use your service again. By telling them that you understand that it it can happen to anybody, and educating them how to keep it from happening the next time, you're going to not only gain their trust whenever you're working on something, but you're going to have somebody that's going to come back to you and use you for future services. That's right, Odin. So everything that we do when we're talking to our clients, whether it's a customer or that's been with us for years and years and years, or somebody that's just coming into the office, you have to treat everybody the same, and treating them with respect and making sure that you're not being condescending towards them at all is what's going to make sure that you have clients in the future. Now, is it to say that you have to help out a client with every little need when they call up with everything? Well, it depends on what your style is. Some people will say, I'm not going to help you out because we've already gone over this. You should remember it. And I don't know, for me, if somebody calls up, even if I've talked to them about the situation 150 times before, I'm still going to take their call. I'm still going to try and help them, and I'm going to remind them that, we have talked about this before. This is what you had said you were going to do. If you have any problems, make sure you look at this article that I told you about, or, if you have to get a hold of me, you can. And it's providing that level of service that's going to make sure that your clients are happy. Sometimes, people don't get it. They don't understand that by going to certain websites, by playing certain games, they're opening themselves up to malware, viruses, and spyware, and all kinds of horrible, nasty stuff. But by telling them and educating them, even the least experienced computer user will at least try to be safer. Okay, guys, well, I hope that you enjoyed my little rant, and if you like the rants that I've been tossing out so far, go ahead and subscribe to me on iTunes, or I'm on Spreaker.com. You can check us out on Facebook at Speedy Turtle Tech Services, or Twitter at Speedy Turtle TS. They had to have a shorten it because it was too long. And then YouTube at Speedy Turtle Tech Services. And we're going to be having some of our podcasts go out on YouTube here pretty soon as well. But if you guys have any ideas for the show, or if you want to leave a comment, you can do so on Spreaker or on YouTube, Facebook, wherever. I'm more than happy to hear what you guys think of my show. If you think that I need to go ahead and address some other things, whatever you guys want me to do, I'm more than happy to talk about it, as long as it's computer related, SEO, internet. I even do graphics, so it doesn't matter to me. Anything that's related to the computer, I'm here to talk about. So yeah, definitely comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for listening. Bye.